Welcome back to another interesting tutorial about CapCut video editing tips and tricks on PC. And in today's video, I will show you on how to cut your clips in CapCut video editing software on PC. Let me show you how. So let's, for instance, this particular clips right here. I want to cut this some part of this clip right here. For you to make your cut very much easy, it is advisable that you zoom in. It is advisable that you zoom out to your entire timeline in the clip right here. So for that, go ahead and come to this particular point right here. Click on this plus sign right here. The more you click on it, the more the video is going to expand in the timeline right here. So you can use this minus sign. This allow you to zoom out just like so. Now let's say for instance I want to cut the last part of the video right here. So what we want to do is to make there are so many ways by which you can use to cut your clip in CapCut video editing software. One of the easiest way, you want to cut the last part where there is no talking options right here. So you want to cut this last part of the video. Just take over your mouse into the last part of the area. Then you can drag in right here. The more you drag, the more it's going to cut. Then you can release your mouse where you want to stop the cut. This is one of the first ways. However, if I press Ctrl Z, this allows me to undo. So, however, there are other ways to cut in that category. So, what you want to do is to take your mouse to the last edge, the last part you want to leave, and you can easily come to the top right here, which allow you to delete from the right. So, go ahead and click on that, which will automatically delete that part. It's that simple. So, the same way you do to delete the right, you can do the same way to delete the left. Let's say, for instance, this part right there. So I will bring my mouse right there and I will zoom in right there, zoom in. Now I want to cut this part here where everything is empty. So what we want to do is to take over our mouse right here, then we can easily drag. The more you drag, the more those parts is going to be cut. Once you are done, you can easily release your mic. You can easily release your mouse. So if I press Ctrl Z, it's taking me back. Then we want to see and we can use the other options. So go ahead and then take the playhead to the last part that you want to keep. If I want to keep this part right here, then the next thing we want to do is to come to the top right here. Then we make sure we choose delete from left or press Q on our keyboard. Then it automatically deletes from left, just like what you see right here. Now let's simply zoom out right here. Now let's say for instance I want to cut from the middle of the clip. So this part right here, I want to cut from here to this particular part right here. How do we do that? First thing first, we need to make sure we split the clip. How do we do that? Take your playhead to the part where you want to delete. So I want to delete from here. I will make sure I position my playhead in area where I want to easily delete. So make sure I adjust my playhead to this part. Now, once you take your playhead right there, next thing you want to do is to make sure you split this part. And for that, go ahead and make sure you come to the top right there. So go ahead and click on split or press Ctrl plus B on your keyboard. Once you split, then you can over your mouse to the area you want to cut. Drag this way. The more you drag, the more that part is going to be deleted. Drag it this way. It's like so. The more you drag, the more that part is going to until you are satisfied. So just like so. So I was able to cut that part. So the same way you do this, you can do it for as many as possible part of the area you want to cut from your video clip in CapCut video editing software on PC. It's that simple. For more tutorial tips and tricks on how best to use your CapCut video editing software on PC, consider to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.